Mr. Chairman, thank you. I move that when this committee does rise and report after having under consideration Senate Bill 106, that it recommend that the same do pass.
Senator
Mr.
Preach.
Chairman. Members of the body, Mr. Chairman, members of the body, Senate Bill 106 does something very simple. It makes joining the Florida lawsuit challenging the constitutionality of the Patient Protection Affordable Care Act a matter of Montana law. This bill is consistent with MCA Section 215-501 that says Montana's Attorney General is in fact our attorney. Only he can represent us in matters of this kind, this nature. And in that same section, it says very clearly that the Attorney General will perform all other duties as required by law. So this bill makes joining that lawsuit law. That's what we're doing. And that's all this bill does. You might think that this is unusual. We've heard arguments that maybe it's unusual, but it turns out that this isn't particularly unusual. In fact, we have bills this session that ask the Attorney General to engage on behalf of the state in specific actions. We had bills in 2009 that do just the same thing, using very similar language to the language that's in mine. In 2001, there were very similar bills asking the Attorney General to engage in litigation. In none of these cases was a constitutional separation of powers issue raised as a barrier to proceeding with the bill. The issue was raised that it might be. It's not settled and not a settled issue. And not only that, but this isn't unprecedented for something like this to proceed. In fact, in the 42nd legislature, which was some time ago, a bipartisan legislature, bipartisan governor and attorney general did just this, enacted legislation to make sure that Montana's interests were represented and directed the attorney general to represent Montana's interests. So we're really not on unusual territory here. What we are doing is taking a step to say very clearly that Montana has an interest here in defending our ability to manage our budgets and the liberty of our people, and the clearest route to helping establish that over this important topic is participating in the federal challenge to the constitutionality of the bill. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I would reserve the right to close and stand for any questions.